Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Sorry, everyone. I was taking some selfies there.
Oh, he's so handsome. He's got to get those in. Sends them off to all the ladies.
All right.
Welcome, everybody, back to Nerdy Couch, where we will be covering Something is Killing the Children, number 16. We have a new arc here. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Rob Lee. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I am very excited for this series. This is
so far pretty good start to a new arc, I think.
Yeah. I usually read the episode like the day before we do the show, but I read this one. I think this is my third read through. It's that good.
It's good. Let's get right into it. We don't want to keep anyone waiting. So let's get right into it. We will start off, like always, with a nice little warning. Some of the stuff in these books are pretty gruesome, wouldn't you say?
I would say.
Little bit of language too here and there. You know, we don't want anybody caught off guard by that. So there we go. With that out of the way, let's get things started. That's the beautiful cover. Actually, the cover for this one, for this A cover, little lackluster, I thought, actually. You know, not
I thought
quite,
it was a bit interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as good as some of the other covers.
No.
For me. So that does not suggest that this is a bad book by any means, though, because it wasn't. It wasn't a bad book.
I thought the cover was a pretty good setup after you get into the story and you realize.
Yeah, maybe. It didn't have the pizzazz I was looking for, you know? So.
No, leaping through the air with a
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we're starting off as her as a little girl now, right? So
if you look close, she does have a certain octopus in her hand.
Yeah, she does. But we will get into that right now. Starts off with a young Erica with a knife on the floor, blood everywhere. You can see this oozing kind of monster-y thing in the background. And looks like a deceased lady.
Quite deceased.
She's quite deceased. She doesn't look like she's in the realm of the living anymore.
And she didn't have a good time.
No. Erica doesn't have a real great look on her face. And we hear somebody talking in the background. Okay? She's saying, "No, I won't. Now listen. I'm not doing it. I don't care how old she is." And then she screams over at Erica, "How old are you, kid?" Erica says, "I'm 12. Just a little 12-year-old. That voice again says, "I don't care if she's only 12 years old." Right? She basically killed that dang thing before I even showed up here with no training at all. Right? So Erica has killed her first monster.
And it seems to be
no
a
training.
bit of a natural. Yeah.
You know? Fancy that, eh? So we've got Erica here, and she's now looking at that octopus that we are so familiar with. You know?
I can't even remember if it had a name.
I think that we're going to get a name for it. It's a pretty basic name for this thing, I believe. That voice again in the background says, "I know Cecilia. I know he's going to be pissed. But isn't he always pissed at me?" Talking about that head dragon.
Good old Cecilia.
Yeah, we remember Cecilia from the last arc. And
bitch.
And then she says she does have a totem, referring to that octopus. She said, "Because I made a call. That's why. Seriously, don't talk to me like that. This is my call and I'll live with it." So then we get a rattling and a roar from that octopus. And then that background voice once again says, "And so will she." Then we get an actual face to that. Okay, and I believe this is Jessica.
Mhm.
The girl that we only had mentioned, or the lady that we had only had mention of in the last arc, told a little story about Erica's upbringing, and this is now what we're getting, I believe. She says, "Hey," to the little kid. Erica says, "Hey." Jessica, I believe. She says, "You did really good, kid. Better than I've ever seen." And again, like just like Bane. Erica's just kind of she's in so much shock that she doesn't even know how to react, right?
Yeah.
So
Cool.
she's like, "Cool." Right? What did you do to Octo? So Octo is the name of that octopus. Suitable.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Well, you know that thing, that big thing that was here, killing everybody?" He says, "Yeah, my mom, my dad, and Becky. Well, it's in here where it can't kill anybody else." She says, "Oh, okay." And get a little picture of that, the roaring and the shaking of that octopus. She says, "Don't touch it, though. It's still really pissed off." It's still angry that we captured it.
Yeah.
She says, "Do you have any Tupperware?" Erica's like questioning it. Tupperware?
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. She's still out of it a little bit, right? Something that we can, like a bowl or something that we can keep this thing in so that it doesn't bother us with all its racket and stuff, because it's just going to shake and be pissed off all this time, and we don't want to hear it. Erica says, "I think in the corner." She says, "Yeah, you got it, kid. Yeah, this will do. Perfect." She pulls out a Tupperware. And she throws it in there, throws the octopus in there, and it's not happy.
It's not happy at all.
It's not having it. She says, "Hush," as she pops the lid on it. Says, "Now listen, what's your name, kid?" Erica replies with her name. "Erica, I'm Erica." "Listen, Erica, this is going to be very scary, and it's not fair, but your mom and dad, they ain't coming back. All right? Even if I left you behind here, all you'd do is get scooped up by child services, right? But there's another option."
Ooh.
There are things out there in this world, just like the ones that killed your mom and your dad and your friends, right? There are more things out there, and they're going to hurt other kids, right? And, those other kids, they don't know how to fight back like you do, right? They're scared. So I thought, instead of leaving you here behind, what if I brought you home with me? And I taught you how to fight those things and kill them before they can hurt any more kids and parents. What if I brought you home? Erica just looks at her. "Would you like that, Erica?" I think so," Erica says. "Well, good.
Mm.
Now, my people are going to make sure that the police don't come around and, but it's going to take a while. So go ahead, pack up anything that might remind you of your parents and stuff like that. Say goodbye to each of them, because saying goodbye is an important thing, because it's human, right? We got to say goodbye to people, right?" And then Cecilia continues with, "When you're ready to go, then we'll move on."
Yeah. So the House of Slaughter's already put that blanket out.
Yep.
Cancel all cell phone service, telephone, TV.
Yeah, they're going to make sure that the police don't come until they want them to, though.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. So they got all the time in the world to just kind of chill, right? Gives her a bit of a hug and says, actually, maybe you should take a shower first. You stink. She's got monster guts all over her and stuff like that. So, yeah, she's a little rank right now.
Going on there.
So, but you can't blame her for that. You just can't blame her for that.
Yeah. So then we get right into a flashback of exactly what happened to our little hero here. So you see the house, normal looking neighborhood, nighttime, and what I presume is her little sister is just tearing ass down the hall here, and Erica's saying, "In here, we have to hide in here." And her sister falls and goes into a panic, like, "Erica, don't let it get me. Like, please don't let it get me." She's in hysterics, as one could be fully understandable. So she grabs her by the hand, tries to pull her to safety, and you see the blood splatter. And she realizes what happened. She says, "I'm sorry." And her sister is probably torn in half, like the girl in the parking lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood there.
There is a lot of blood. Then we get to, let me zoom this in a little bit here. This is a weird comic where some pages are larger than others.
Yeah, there's some pretty big panels, and then a lot of like panels crushed together type deal.
Mm-hmm. So we have a shot of that Tupperware, a little alien language going on there, the demon language. And you see it's daytime, and Jessica hears, "Hey, kid, wake up." And she, of course, she's a bit groggy after everything that happened. I'm sure she didn't get much sleep.
Probably a bit tired.
What time is it? You slept through the night. It's already morning. You know, where are we? We're making our way to Chicago. And I guess Erica hasn't been to the big city because everything's so tall, all the skyscrapers. And you ever been to the big city before? She says, "My mom took me to New York once." So Jessica says, "Oh, that's a good city." Yeah, we saw the Statue of Liberty. So you see, Jessica is the nice one of the House of Slaughter by the looks of it.
So far.
Not like our good friend Cecilia. So
She's got that nice 80s hair, Jessica does, eh?
I wonder what the age gap is here.
Yeah.
Because she's 12, she must be at least 20-something in the first arc there. So some time has passed. So yeah, it's probably 90s, 80s, 90s. So, you know, saw the Statue of Liberty. Does Chicago have anything like that? Well, there's a good aquarium, but, you know, there's not really anything comparable to Statue of Liberty. Just ask her, "Do you like fish?" She says, "I like octopuses."
Yeah.
So
I guess so.
Maybe not so much anymore.
Yeah, she's got a mean one now.
So obviously the spirit got put into one of her stuffed animals, so which I guess was convenient because everyone in the House of Slaughter has a stuffed animal with their demon in it.
They don't really show in this issue what hers is. No, Jessica's.
So obviously Octo is still a bit angry being stuck in a piece of Tupperware here. After being on a lovely killing spree. So maybe I'll take you to go see some octopuses this summer. Erica's right into that. And then she says, "Why do you seem nervous?" And Jessica's quite happy to hear this question. She goes, "Yeah, you're perceptive." But of course, our young Erica has no idea what that means. She goes, "It means you're smart."
Not smart enough to know what perceptive means.
She goes, "Yeah, well, I don't get good grades or anything." She said, "Good grades don't mean you're smart. It just means you can follow the rules."
She's street smart.
Yeah. Which is very good to be. So she says, "I didn't get good grades either." And they get a little fist bump there. by the looks of it. She goes, yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So
Now she's got that smile on her face.
Erica's taken quite a liking to Jessica here. But you're right, I'm nervous. We're going to a place where things are going to be a little bit scary for you. There's going to be things you're going to have to do to be initiated as a hunter in training. And it's going to be hard. And, I don't know how to put this delicately, but did your parents make you go to cotillion or anything like that? I'm not sure what that is. I should have looked
that
up.
one, not sure.
Might be some sort of, school for, remember they used to have school for girls to teach you like etiquette and all this stuff. Like, I don't know if it's the same thing, carrying the book on your head, perfect posture, be ladylike, stuff like that.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, manner school.
Manner. Yeah, I think you're exactly right.
Yeah, because even Erica's like cotillion. Like, what the hell is that? Manner school. Which fork to eat, stuff like that. She goes, I know how to eat with a fork. She goes, yeah.
She's already sassy, eh?
No. Okay, so fancy people like in TV shows and movies. She goes, not really. The fancy people with houses look like museums and everything's covered. You can't sit on the couch in the living room, stuff like that. She goes, look, there's going to be rules, and other kids and the adults there already know the rules, and they expect you to know them or get to know them very quickly. Because they know it. They know you don't. They're going to be bullies about it.
They're going to be dicks.
Yeah, they're going to be real dicks. That's going to make you feel bad and angry. But you can't feel bad and angry because that breaks one of the rules.
It's like a little conundrum, eh?
So, of course, as any kid says, okay, is there a list of rules? No. Well, that's not fair.
Go figure.
Whoa, what's going on here? She goes, yeah, you're right. It's not fair. But you're going to be able to figure out who the bullies are, and you're going to pick up on the rules pretty quick because the bullies are going to let you know. And do you know why you're going to get to know the rules pretty quick? Because I'm perceptive? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they seem to be very close in personality, these two.
Sassy?
Sassy and take no shit kind of people.
Yeah.
So she says, anyways, we are here. And there is that lovely old-fashioned house in the middle of all the skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Totally out of place with its little dead trees. And take it away.
So we are at the House of Slaughter. Like you said, that old-timey feel of houses in a mist of newer buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So we get a little view of the car there, kind of an older style car, which kind of depicts the sort of age that they might be in, the era that they're in. And you see a young man that we may already know.
I think we do.
He approaches the car. Who's she? He says. Help her with her bags, Aaron. So
enter dick number one.
Young Aaron, who becomes almost a mentor, I believe,
like a handler kind of thing.
Yeah. So, who are you? He says. She's going to be your sister. I don't want a sister, Aaron says. Already showing that smuggish dickishness of him.
Mm-hmm.
Says, well, tough luck, kid. Take her bags and take them to the black room, which we all know is Erica's color for the house.
Yeah, kind of like a faction, I guess.
Yeah. I'm Erica, Erica says. Yeah, good for you, says Aaron.
Little does
Is
he
he?
know.
Yeah, no kidding.
She's going to be here, and he's going to be.
Yeah. Erica says, "Is he one of the bullies?" Nah, he just pretends he is because the bullies bully him.
Mm-hmm.
Erica says, "Well, can I bully him?" Yeah, you can. Just do it in a nice way, though. Like, bullying, friend bullying, right? We all bully our friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice bullying, you know? She says, yeah, and she's got that smirk on her face.
That's one of my favorite panels in this book. Just that attitude. She's awesome.
She's already got that attitude, right? Then walks in Cecilia.
Yeah. The biggest bully of them all.
What do you think you're doing? She says. Jessica says, hi, Cecilia. Yes, it was a long drive. Thanks for asking. I would love a nice long bath and a glass of wine. Right? Cecilia yells, you can't bring her in through the front door. Jessica says, the hell I can't, Cecilia. I've been driving for 10 hours straight. I'll do whatever I want.
Exactly.
Cecilia replies with, she hasn't been inducted as an initiate of the Order of the St. George. She still has her name.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah.
That intrigues me right there.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. This is why the rest of us try to refrain from bringing home strays. You're lucky that she hasn't. You're lucky she's even being allowed into the building. We'll begin the induction rites tomorrow, off-site. They're not going to do it at the House of Slaughter, I guess.
I don't know. And then just the look on Erica's face here, she's like, huh? What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean I still got my name? Like, what
serious.
Does that mean?
Jessica
who is this ultra bully here?
Jessica goes, tomorrow? Cecilia, she watched her parents die last night. She's still in shock. Cecilia says, we're already bending the rules for your stray. Her name is Erica, Jessica says. And Erica goes, is she one of the bullies? Cecilia goes, oh yeah, she's absolutely one of the bullies. And she is.
Looks like Cecilia's got that little smirk on her face. Like,
she's a little proud of that, eh?
Yeah. Recognized. Boy.
As they're walking down the back alley towards the door, Cecilia says, this is the worst possible timing you could have picked to pull a stunt like this, Jessica. We'll go through the service entrance and head directly to the dragon's office. He wants to speak with you. Great, says Jessica. Erica says, dragons?
Dragon?
Hey, this stuff just got serious. Cecilia says, I'm guessing that you don't have a spare bandana? Nope, says Jessica. She doesn't. And this I actually quite like. Says, you're lucky I brought one then. Yeah, I'm the lucky one.
Yeah.
Right? Jessica explains to Erica, child, when you are walking the halls of the House of Slaughter, you need to wear your bandana at all times. So they are they have to wear their bandanas every second they're in the House of Slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So everybody know, I guess, what group you're with, black, white. I don't know if there's other
or
colors.
even that you're part of the house.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. That you're not just a random wandering in, right?
That would not go well, I don't think.
Or I guess Cecilia was explaining that, not Jessica. And she continues with, when you've earned your place, your bandana will have teeth just like Jessica's. So as she earns rank, she gets that the teeth on there, which is really cool. I thought, like, it's actually a symbol of rank, right? For now, you'll just wear the color of your hunter inducting, black, which is, we know, is her faction in the house. I was going to explain all this. Jessica's saying, I was going to explain all this when we got to the room. Okay, Jessica. Or okay, Erica. Welcome to the House of Slaughter. Welcome home. Her new home in the House of Slaughter, which is where we end off on this one. Really, really nice issue to start off this this arc. What did you think of that one?
That is, I am so looking forward to the rest of this. Just the training, everything. Like, she's a natural. She's gonna progress. I think she's gonna be the Luke Skywalker of this story.
Oh yeah. So I mean, she's gonna lose her hand.
Well, obviously Aaron was there before her, and he's got a bit of an attitude, and we know that she surpasses him because he is her handler, not the other way around.
Yeah. I love the fact that... Oh, sorry.
I think there's going to be a huge rivalry between those two, and
of course,
how she comes out on top.
I want to see how she deals with all the other kids and stuff,
And what other kids are there.
How maybe she goes through training with the octopus, maybe too.
Like what did these other kids go through to get there? Are we going to get other backstories, or is it just
like she seems like she's going to be like top of the class, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I love the fact that they have like ranking and stuff like that, and that she doesn't start off with the teeth and stuff, because those teeth have become iconic now for this.
Oh, absolutely.
Series, right? And it's fun to find out that she has to earn them, right? So, all in all, what a great start to a new arc. Can't wait to see more. Can't wait to see something from the new book coming out, Enter the House of Slaughter. If you guys want to get a copy of that, go to your free comic book day on August 14th, and they're supposed to be given out. I'm not sure how many copies they'll have, but I think that they're supposed to be given out for free. Not sure if there's other ways of getting it, because I'm sure going to try to get me a copy.
Oh, yes.
So
we're seeing, where is it? Yeah, Enter the House of Slaughter, and they all seem to have Aaron on the cover here. So I think he's going to play a bigger role than we think from the last series, or from the last arc.
Yeah,
where he was
I think so too.
A lackey kind of thing.
I love this series so much. I'm just glad they're keeping it going. You know what I mean? And it does look like they've got several covers for this. So yeah, I think that's going to be fun. But as far as it goes with this run, we're going to be doing it. We're going to be back in a week or two for 17. And I hope you really like this, guys. We're just going to be doing one book at a time. So
keep it a little bit shorter for your
entertainment and pleasure. Yeah, my attention span too. It's a lot of work doing 3 books. So I'm glad we're on a timeline where we can do just one book at a time. And I appreciate you guys stopping by, and catch us next time. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.